PS3 games are showing up in the PS5 PlayStation Store. We have a lot to talk about. We have too much to talk about. Stay tuned. It's going down, guys. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by digitalcracknetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305. With me, as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
I can't wait till the day someone goes and makes working on Mondays illegal.
That'd be great. Yeah. Right?
Listen, like, seriously, the person who thought it was a good idea to, have 2 days off and then reward that by having a day like Monday be a day of work, that person needs to be found and killed in effigy. He's probably dead already, but we need to exhume him and burn him again.
Revive him and just do it again because reasons.
Yes.
I understand, and I'm pretty sure that everybody here understands as well, Willie. But before we get started, guys, make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Now, we have to get started. So, Willie, pretty much like we said in the beginning, the PS3 games are now showing up in the PS5 PlayStation library. And people have been taking pictures, and now they're kind of flipping out because they're like, is it what it means? Like, is it happening? Is it happening?
I don't know. I mean, we will find out eventually, but it's an interesting development. So for context,
yeah, go ahead.
There is a Twitter user, Jordan Midler, who posted a picture of the UK PlayStation Store that's showing Dead or Alive, basically in jail. He was searching for Dead or Alive, and it shows the PS4 versions of Dead or Alive 5 and 6, but also listed is Dead or Alive 5 on the PS3 with a price.
Yeah.
Now, when you sent me this article, the first thing I did was I fired up my PS4. We're on the PlayStation Store, and any PS3 games that were listed with PS Now instead of having a price. Which is the expected thing, because those games, yes, they are available on PS Now, and Sony still wants to crib that. They want to still push you to get PS Now.
Yeah.
But for it to show on PS5 as for purchase and with an actual price, I mean, are all those backwards compatibility rumors coming to fruition?
I mean, dude, all I can say is if that's happening, can you imagine the library that we all have from when PlayStation Plus came out on PlayStation 3, and we started downloading all those games that we just kept them, all part of the PlayStation 3 library, whatever. We're going to play them and keep them and all that stuff. Can you imagine the library that we're all going to have if it's possibly true that they were going to be able to play PlayStation 3 and 4 and whatnot on the PS5?
Well, that would be enormous on my end.
Yeah.
Now, the way I would like to see this done, and this is totally selfish on my part because I'm the one that wants this, is I would like to see a system by where, yes, you can download games that you purchase on the PS3 digitally onto your PS5 and play them.
Yes.
You can buy new games for PS3, and most importantly, you can put physical PS3 discs in the PS5 and have them read. Even if you don't play the game directly off the disc. If you do a little bit of trickeration like what Xbox does, when you put Xbox 360 discs in an Xbox One or an Xbox Series X, if it lets me put in a physical disc and let me play that game, perfect. I'm buying a PS5.
You know what, man? I'm still gonna hold it as as optimistic as I am. I still think that that's a possibility. And the fact that this is coming out little by little rumors and stuff like that, especially this one with a guy that pretty much took a screenshot of the actual screen showing a PS3 game in the PS5 library. I think it's a possibility that could happen. Even your dream, Willie. Because the way I see it, even for the ones that have the digital only PlayStation, if they have or had a PS Plus account and back then, and they started getting all these old school games, and they can pretty much replay them again or buy them digitally on their PlayStation. And for those that have the physical disc drive, that it can do the same thing, and they can just pretty much put their PlayStation 3 games in there, emulate it, so they can play it off the PlayStation 5. It's a possibility. I still feel something inside me that can happen.
Now, let's clear up something here.
Okay.
You said that it's my dream. That's not a dream. I don't dream about PlayStation 5.
I mean, no, but you do dream to have that one master console that can actually play it all like Xbox does.
I would like to have a console that lets me play games from 3 generations on it, like the Xbox One does.
That'd be dope.
And let's go a little further. Mm-hmm. All the games, not just the ones that they can get rights to, like what happens with Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be able to pop in. Oh, I don't know. Let's say I want to go and play Split Second on my from the PS3 on it.
Nice.
Okay, will I be able to?
It's a possibility. I mean, we never know. We just have to wait.
That's what I would like.
I personally say we just have to wait until they just say, okay, well, all right, guys, fine. We unlock the whole system. Now you guys can do this. And we're just going to, and of course, everyone's going to go ape shit looking for a PS5 when they announce it because reasons.
You mean they're not doing that now?
No, now it's more of a slow, steady race. But now when they do this, it's going to be all hands on deck. And if you have one, keep it stored somewhere nobody can see it, just in case they're like, hey, you have a PS5, yeah, you want to make something of it and start a fight out of it.
I mean, do you have to resort to violence?
You really have to ask?
I mean, you are part of Punisher, so that was a dumb question. But still,
yeah. But still,
like tone it down, Mr. Punisher. Right now, okay. Right now, you're at a 9. Mm-hmm. All right. The internet needs you at about a 4.
Okay, fine. I'll tone it down. But yes, if it's a possibility they do this, there's going to be some big frenzy going on, and a lot of people are going to try to get this PS5 digital or physical edition as soon as possible. But again, that's just our thought. But I would love to hear what everybody else had to say about this. What do you guys think the possibilities for this backwards compatibility happen on the PS5? Do you guys agree what we got to say, what we're talking about, or do you guys have another version that we have not seen yet? Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts because we're all down to hear this. Okay, so Willie, let's go back to this whole PlayStation Xbox thing that we've been talking about. You know, being that we're talking about the whole PlayStation 5 trying to be backwards compatible, and if it's possible. Xbox Phil Spencer says PlayStation Game Pass competitor is actually a good thing. Now, I think that's cool that he's bringing it up like that, but being a competitor, isn't that kind of like weird? But why? Like why will he suggest is a great thing, Willie, that they're doing this?
Well, because just because he's the head of a rival service doesn't mean that he understands what, the consumer is looking for. And actually, he says that a competitor for Game Pass is a quote, an inevitability. That's him, putting on the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, technically. Huh?
But truthfully, it's a matter of consumer choice. You think about it as a customer, you don't want to have, a unbalanced competition.
Yeah.
You'd like to see Xbox and PlayStation bring out their biggest guns and fight like for like. Right now, Xbox is killing it on the value standpoint because they have Game Pass, and PlayStation really doesn't have an answer. The only thing that people can point to when it comes to PlayStation is they're better at first-party exclusives, which is
That's about it.
a very valid point. But it would be good for PlayStation and Xbox to put up their first-party titles head-to-head in a service like Game Pass. So that I mean, you can't go wrong when you're spoiled for choice as a customer. So
I mean, this will be pretty cool though. If that happens.
This is during an interview with IGN, and I'm going to quote him now. I think the right answer is allowing your customers to play the games they want to play, where they want to play them, and giving them a choice about how they build their library. So when I hear others doing things like Game Pass or coming to PC, it makes sense to me because I think that's the right answer. That brings up the fact that a God of War recently was released on PC.
Yeah.
And so far, it's the fastest of the Sony titles to sell on PC.
No,
Sony's
absolutely.
doing gangbusters. Sony's doing gangbusters selling first-party exclusives on PC, showing them that PC is a viable platform for them. And it's good for Sony to put their games on PC because that way they're competing with Microsoft. Even though they're both putting their games on an operating system that's owned by Microsoft, but let's not get into that.
We're getting a little complicated.
Yes, we are.
But dude, I just think this is going to be a great thing. So now when the PlayStation Game Pass comes out, which I'm pretty much going to think it's going to come out during maybe, E3. So let's see what happens this when E3 comes out and they start talking about this and much more practically. So
I said before.
You think before? Like what? Like during the whole Jeff Keighley show?
No, I think that they're gonna go and make an announcement, or at least calculate a calculated leak, confirming that they're gonna have the service, what it's gonna offer. If there's gonna be backward compatibility, it's gonna be said there.
Okay.
And then because remember that Sony's not gonna do E3. They have their own their own Nintendo style event.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So they might just go and let people know. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. I want to talk about a few. We might talk about that. It's possible, and leave it hanging. But careful leaks. That's what they've been doing lately. That's what all companies have been doing lately.
Yeah.
Where they let little tidbits come out to get people excited, so then they can go and drop it officially.
Got it.
Which I'm down.
All right. Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean, let's see what happens. I mean, to me, technically, this is something that I'm kind of hoping they talk about a little more to get a better understanding on what they're going to be bringing with that, PlayStation Game Pass. But, that's for the future. And let's carry on, Willie, which this is pretty much all you hear. And it's about Final Fantasy 15 will go back on sale on January 25th.
That's Final Fantasy 14.
14. Isn't it 10-1-5 that I'm reading?
No.
Or is it always backwards?
XIV is 14.
You hate that.
You have a love-hate relationship with Roman numerals.
Big time, dude. I hate it. But please, 14.
For those who don't remember, Final Fantasy 14, right after the most recent expansion, Endwalker, got so inundated with new subscriptions that their servers were overloaded, and they had to temporarily suspend sales of the game. A classic case of no, you're giving us too much money. But no, that's a joke. I mean, there are serious concerns when paying customers aren't able to get in because they have a free tier, and with so many free people getting on, the paid customers are sucking hind tit. So what happens is, they implemented a system by where they stopped sales of the game, and they prioritized paid subscriptions. What you're supposed to do. Now things have gotten better, and they've said that they're going to allow people to buy the game digitally starting January 25th.
All right, that's pretty cool.
And they're going to have 5 new worlds, which are like realm servers, for people in Oceania, which is Australia, New Zealand, and the like. so that they can have their own servers and ease congestion in the other ones. That's great.
I mean, that's pretty cool, man. But you know what? More money is always a good thing. Let's be honest.
Listen, the game is ultra successful, and they're going to support it.
True. Now, you mentioned a little earlier about God of War going to Steam, and it's been pretty much freaking kicking all the asses. And it looks like from earlier today, there was a lot of word about it on online that it almost topped 60,000 players on Steam in just 24 hours. Now, in updated news, it passed it. It's on 73,529 people that are pretty much on this game as we speak. And I'm pretty sure it's probably gone higher since then. Willie, being that this game was currently a PlayStation game and now it's on Steam for everybody to play with, what are your thoughts of the fact that now it's reaching these heights, all these numbers, and pretty much all these people are playing it right now on PC, seeing all the cool freaking high tone graphics, and God knows that there's modders out there doing a lot of things, doing God's work technically on this game. What are your thoughts about that, man? Like, I think it's pretty amazing in my end.
Well, first, I reiterate what I said before, that Sony sees that there is a healthy market for their first-party exclusives on PC. I'm sure that sooner or later, they're going to announce plans to release Spider-Man on there, and maybe even Last of Us.
If this continues like this, I think so, bro. I think that they can't shy away from this. This is gonna be great.
They already said that they're gonna bring the newer Uncharted games onto PC, and yeah, like 73,529 concurrent users, meaning that was the peak amount of concurrent players that were on Steam at the same time playing that game.
Got it. That's freaking amazing.
Broke the record Horizon Zero Dawn had for concurrent players on a Sony first-party game, which was 56,557. So it obliterated it.
Dude, that's fucking amazing. To me, that's amazing news right there. That's heavy, dude. That's really
heavy. The sales on PC mean that most likely the total sales for this game has reached more than 20 million copies.
Yeah.
That's success, no matter how you put it.
And indeed, you're right. Now, let's carry on, Willie, which I hate this one right here. This is the one that I hate the most. And let's talk about NFTs, guys, because it's going to be rocking our worlds no matter how we look at it, and we have to talk about it no matter what. And it looks like Konami sold the Castlevania NFT JPEG, just in case, for $26,538. Manda mierda, dude. $26,000. Who the fuck has that money, or they're putting this in a down, to pay for a JPEG? A JPEG, Woody. A JPEG.
Not just that they paid $26,000 for a JPEG, because they sold more than just that JPEG. They had an auction, as we have discussed before. They were going to do an auction.
Yeah.
Celebrating the 35th anniversary of Castlevania as a series. Mm-hmm. They put up for auction a total of 14 NFT images and videos, and they hauled in $160,000 total for doing this. I have to reiterate this because I can't say this enough. NFTs are garbage.
Yeah, try telling it to the person who spent 26 grand on it, which I have no idea why. Just
the allure for something like this is you get to have a one of a kind item that is uniquely yours. You have the rights attached to it, meaning that picture is officially yours. Okay, you don't own Castlevania and you don't own the characters in the NFT, but you own that picture, that image or video that you paid money for. Okay, and I can
Then
own
what?
the picture too. Look,
Yeah.
the picture that you're showing right now.
Yeah.
I'm right clicking on it. I'm saving the image. Look, it's on my folder. It's in a folder. I own it now
Ha ha ha, for free.
for free.
And
The
it's a
whole
JPEG.
benefit of NFTs. There's so many people trying to hype up NFTs. You know what my favorite one is?
Which one?
Favorite one is, well, if a game has an NFT and you buy that NFT, it could be a skin that you can transfer later to another game.
I'm sorry, that person needs to be slapped. A couple more.
Number
a couple
one,
times.
number one, it's possible within limits. Don't think that you're gonna go get a Fortnite skin and now you can put it on your character in Destiny.
Mm,
Doesn't work like that.
no.
And
no.
number two, do you really think that a company like EA or Activision Blizzard, or let's say Konami, are going to let you buy a skin that you can then put on future games without having to buy that skin again? Do you really think that's going to happen?
Highly doubtful.
They won't let, EA won't let you keep FIFA Ultimate Team cards that you bought in this year's version for next year's game. What makes you think they're going to let you keep a skin?
Absolutely. I mean, dude, like,
And even if for some bananas reason they say, yeah, no, you can keep that skin forever in all the games that we make. Let's say in Battlefield 2042, you make an NFT for a skin, you can keep it on Battlefield 6 or whatever the hell we're going to call the next one.
yeah, okay, sure.
Okay. And
I
is
know,
it worth
I
paying?
just-
Is it worth paying the ungodly amount of money that it'll probably take to get that skin? This is just a cash grab for people trying to make money off of fucking pictures and sounds and videos. And and by the way, there's hundreds of scams involving NFTs.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, dude. I mean, again, there's nothing concrete about it. It's a JPEG. You can just right click on it, Google it, right click on it. It's yours. There's no, like, my God, I don't know how many times I told my nephew about this. I'm like, guys, this is what it is. This is nothing big.
You are
can
paying
just
ungodly
right-click.
amounts of money for a digital piece that can be easily recreated or copied.
Yeah.
But because it's on a blockchain, it's crypto, and therefore it's better. Did you know that YouTubers are now getting their identities stolen and sold as NFTs?
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Great.
So any day now, you can go online and find an NFT of you coughing.
Great. It's just right there looking like that sick cat meme.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yes, yeah. Or there's going to be a sound clip NFT of me talking about how I want a Fast and Furious movie that has raptors with the Danny Zuko hair driving cars.
If they fucking make that happen, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm just gonna call him like, Willie, it happened and I hate you.
Listen, good ideas are good ideas. You fucking love it.
I will not agree or deny that right
I
now.
want a raptor with Danny Zuko hair driving Optimus Prime and have Vin Diesel's voice. That's what I want.
Of course you would, Willie, because Willie wants that.
And at some point we can have the raptor next to him saying Sarah constantly.
No, stop. That's it. Pineapples. No, yeah, no more.
I had to throw Jeff Goldblum in there.
I know you did. That's why I'm like, no, stop. Look, Willie, let's continue on because I think NFTs really got you bad. So let's talk about something that's even worse. So let's talk about that Halo's Xbox 360 server are now offline. So, dude, okay, so they just took off Halo 360 title and it's been discontinued. And that's what the whole online service for Legacy of Halo. Why?
Yeah,
why would they take
servers.
it off though? I thought that they were trying to make it all backwards compatible. People could play it still.
Yes,
yada, yada.
but you have Halo the Master Chief Collection that you can play on current consoles, Xbox One, and PC.
Oh, okay.
So they're shutting it off for 360. Yes, that means that all the progression that people have had on the 360 is gone. This is inevitable. Like this happened on the OG Xbox too. There was a mad rush to keep the servers up when Microsoft tried to shut down the Halo 2 servers. People kept their Xboxes on 24/7 to prevent the servers from going down.
I understand.
All
And
they
that's
did
sad.
was
I understand.
all they did was delay the closure for a couple of weeks. Eventually, it had to happen. But there was one cool story that came out of this,
Okay.
where there was this one guy who needed to get one achievement in Halo 3, and a whole bunch of people banded together to help him race the server closure to get him the achievement before the servers went dark.
All right.
Things like that are cool. And for reference, these are the games that were shut down: Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo Reach, Spartan Assault, and Halo Wars. And that's only for 360. So if you have an Xbox One, or you're playing the Master Chief Collection on PC or current systems, then you're perfectly fine. It does, however, affect backward compatible versions of the 360 games. So if you have an Xbox Series S and you were playing a Halo 3, the 360 version, the online no longer works.
That sucks. I mean, but all right. I don't know.
Listen, like I said, it's inevitable. Sooner or later, everything is going to go dark. There's going to be one day. There's going to be one day where I'm going to be sad to know that they shut down the servers for my PS3. And what's going to happen? Well, if the PS5 truly has backwards compatibility, maybe they'll keep the feature on for PS3. But there are people right now working on ways for people to still be able to play online, even if the servers are turned off. We talked about that like a month ago?
Yeah, give or take. We talked about that a month ago.
There's people out there doing the Lord's work is what I'm trying to say. And speaking of Lord's work, I didn't even mention the fact that I can't wait for the day that Kratos fights Thomas the Tank Engine on a PC.
I mean, it's going to happen. They're going to be a modder there that he's going to
happen.
I'm going to watch that shit. I'm going to watch it.
It's going to be God of War on the PC, co-starring Thomas the Tank Engine, Lady Dimitrescu,
yes,
and I don't know, Sackboy.
Why not? I'm okay with that.
Why not? Let's throw Gandalf in there.
Oh yeah, add him in there. You shall not pass.
And Kratos like, boy, tell him he's dead.
Choo choo. Dun, 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 dun. It's just gonna happen. Oh god.
I want Kratos to fight the Hornet from Daytona, USA, just like that fucking fighting game, Fighting Vipers.
I swear to God, just because you mentioned that, I cannot shake that image off my head still.
Oh, and can we put the raptor with the Danny Zuko hair?
Oh my God! You know what? Let's continue on.
There's going to be a crossover. It's going to be a complete crossover. That'll be the Uncle Willie crossover.
Jesus. It's going to be the weirdest crossover. That's what everybody's going to be watching. And like, what is this shit?
Everyone's going to be like,
just
this was done using all the acid. All of the acid was used. None was left.
All right. So let's continue on. And let's talk about Activision Blizzard has pushed out almost 40 employees since July 2021. Willie, so we're going back to the whole lawsuit and everything that's going about with the sexual harassment that's going on in Activision Blizzard?
Yes. Unfortunately, this is not over by a long shot. Now, this one, again, reported by the Wall Street Journal, they have done a lot of like really good reporting on this whole thing. And according to them, yes, almost 40 employees have been removed from Activision Blizzard since the allegations, well, the lawsuit first surfaced July 2021. They added the little wrinkle in there that news was supposed to be released before the winter break.
Wow!
But
so
CEO Bobby Kotick delayed the release because it wanted the employment numbers to look bigger for 2021.
Wow! Yeah, Bobby Kotick is going to hell in a handbasket, dude.
In total, 37 employees have, according to a spokeswoman, for Activision Blizzard, 37 people have left the company, and 44 have been disciplined.
Disciplined, like what? Punished?
Like, they either written warnings, or they have to get some counseling. I don't know what they do. Maybe they make them play. Maybe they make them play WoW on the free tier. I don't know.
Jeez.
Maybe they make them play Diablo 2, but you have no special abilities. I don't know. All I know is that Bobby Kotick is a prick. He's a piece of shit, and the only reason why he's being protected by the board is because he's making Activision Blizzard a lot of money.
I mean, yeah, but one day that has to end. That's gonna have to end quick.
Sooner or later, it has to end. Sooner or later, shit's gonna get so bad that even the board has to say, "Listen, yeah, this is too much."
Yeah.
But as of right now, no. The board is still behind him. As a matter of fact, they quote unquote remain confident in him.
All right. Well, since we're gonna be talking about assholes, let's talk about Josh Whedon, shall we?
Let's.
All right. So Josh Whedon has finally broke his silence about the whole situation that's been going on with Justice League, and claims that Warner Brother lost faith in Zack Snyder's version. So that's why he stepped in. I mean, I technically don't know why would he just come out with this crap now, but dude. Okay, can we imagine that? Let's be honest. Can we imagine if that was even true, that they lost faith in Zack Snyder because of everything that happened? Because let's be honest, Zack Snyder had a loss in his family and had to stop. And he said, "Look, I gotta stop everything right now because of what's going on." And they put in Josh Whedon to take over for the Justice League movie. So do you think that could be a possible truth right there, at least for that part? Because there's more things we got to talk about Josh. There's a lot more shit. But do you think this is a possibility?
Let's first of all, it's Joss Whedon, not Josh Whedon.
Whatever.
But
dickhead's dickhead.
It doesn't matter. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna call a dick, at least call him by the right name. But this is gonna be one of those situations where there are three stories: his version, the studio's version, and the truth.
Yes.
And this is messy all the way around. It's according to him, he was brought on board to fix the movie because the studio had lost faith in Zack Snyder's vision. There can be some truth to that because after Batman v Superman didn't do the numbers they were expecting, and a lot of people started, criticizing it, they started getting cold feet.
Yeah.
Famously, they took advantage of the fact that Zack Snyder suffered a tragedy in his life when his daughter committed suicide and had to step away from the filming. They took the advantage. And said, "Okay, well, we're gonna put Joss Whedon in this place." And evidently, based on a lot of things that were said by him and others, there was a lot of friction because the way he was doing things did not gel with the way Zack Snyder was doing things. Apparently, Zack Snyder was a person that encouraged a lot of ad-libbing, whereas Joss wanted them to read the script and that's it. There's a lot of back and forth between the actors and actresses saying he's rude, and him turning around saying, no, they're rude. So in other words, this is third grade. One story in particular caught my eye.
Okay.
And that was the one where he talked about the supposed threat that Gal Gadot said he threw on her.
Well, yeah, there is that too, which now he's talking about it and stuff. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. He's the original story was Gal Gadot said that he threatened her on set, basically, threatening her career. And he's saying, well, that's just a matter of a language barrier, because evidently she doesn't speak English. I'll say this, okay? Joss Whedon, in nerd culture until all this came out, he was considered a god.
Yeah.
He was part of a lot of influential series like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Firefly, which you saw Serenity. You can see
Yes,
you've seen the good.
I seen it. I
And
seen it.
he famously helmed the first two Avengers movies, and he was considered to be, a good actor for sci-fi and fantasy stuff. But it's not just Gal Gadot saying this. Ben Affleck has gone on the record saying that his experience with Justice League was quote unquote the worst experience.
Mm-hmm.
And Jason Momoa saying serious stuff went down. And Ray Fisher went bananas on Joss Whedon.
Oh yeah, he went.
Claims that the studio say they investigated it and it's not true. And after all the stuff with Ray Fisher blew up, people from Buffy and Angel started saying the same thing about him. So I'm sorry, there's some truth to it. It might not be as bad, or it might be worse. Either way, Joss Whedon, yeah, he's not invited to any of my parties.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. And,
but to directly quote Joss, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no,
but
go ahead.
Directly quote Joss, when he was asked about the dust up with Gal Gadot, these are his exact words. I don't threaten people. Who does that? English is not her first language, and I tend to be annoyingly flowery in my speech. Then I was told that I had said something about her dead body and tying her to a railroad track.
Jesus Christ.
And the threat that he had made was that he was going to make her career miserable, which he denies. Either way, this is not a good look for anybody.
No,
Joss,
it's not,
unfortunately, Joss has pretty much PNG'd himself. Ray Fisher responded to all this, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And he says that he's not going to address it. He talked about he talked about that he's not going to address it directly because this is Martin Luther King Day and all that. But that bullshit. So at the end of the day, it's all a mess. Joss, I'm one of these people that I think it's not entirely fair to cancel people for shit that happened in the past, but this is not just stuff that happened in the past. This is stuff that evidently happened all during the filming of Justice League, which is fairly recent.
Yeah.
And doing it to people that are established actors and actresses. Say whatever the hell you want about the movie, but it's not for lack of star power.
No, at all, dude. But still, and like me, I always like to see the truth of everything. And we already have, the actors that said the truth, and it looks like there's more than one that are coming out about this. Then you have Josh saying whatever version he has. Now I'm just kind of interested in the middle, the truth, to see what really happened. Because if everybody in the Justice League is saying this, won't you think that like some of the actors or the actors from oh my god, we'll say the Incredibles, sorry. From the Avengers movie, don't you think they'll come out and be like, hey, we gotta back these people up? They're actually speaking the truth. The Josh Whedon is a total dick, and the way he is.
The issue with that is that there have been some rumbles about stuff that went on during the Avengers. A lot of it it's easy for him to get away with because the only really established actor there, well, I mean, Scarlett Johansson was established in the first Avengers, but the only real established actor past that was Robert Downey Jr. Yes, Chris Hemsworth had already been Thor, and Chris Evans had already been Cap, and Mark Ruffalo was a good character actor before he became Hulk.
Yeah.
But these were not like huge names. Avengers made them huge names. And apparently more of the friction happened in the second movie. Which, people will admit that it wasn't as good as the first one.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, with the way things are now, I'm guessing the guy is going to have to brush up on his burger flipping.
Oh no, definitely. And I will pretty much say that, let's see where anybody thinks about this. And if you guys found any stories, anything that has to do with this and maybe some sort of truth in this, let us know down below. We'll have to hear about it and talk more of it. So let's continue on, Willie, with actually some extraordinary news. We already know that the movie Scream came out this weekend, and there's a lot of positivity, awesome news about this freaking movie, positive stuff, and it looks like it dethrones Spider-Man with a whopping 34 million this weekend, as it is. So being there's a holiday weekend, Scream is winning the long Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend box office with, pretty much 34 million off the bat already. And it is dethroning Spider-Man No Way Home, which it's a horror movie. So I don't consider the dethrone, more like scoot aside, we're going to join you type of thing. But that's just me. But I think that's pretty cool that's coming apart like that. And that this movie is doing so well in the box office, because I will really love to see this movie. Hopefully, God knows whenever I have the chance, but I would like to see it so I can judge it myself and talk about it, of course, amongst all of us here, and give you my point of view of it. So, and what do you think, Willie, being that it's doing 34 million already on the 3-day weekend?
Well, do you remember that since this is the 4-day weekend for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday,
okay,
the official numbers won't be made till tomorrow. But the money that it's made so far, the estimated 30 million, does put it above Spider-Man No Way Home, at least for this week. Remember that when he says that Scream dethroned No Way Home, Scream in no way made the money that No Way Home has made to this point.
Not yet, yeah.
But it did gross over 30, over an estimated $30 million so far domestically, and it's so far grossed 18 million overseas. Now, that's not as big as you think it is. The biggest one is the UK, but it only made 3.4 million there. But you figure 50 markets overseas that were showing Scream, it's making money.
Yeah.
So over $50 million. They had a $25 million production budget. Mm-hmm. Yeah, life is good with Scream. I'm hoping to go this weekend. I was supposed to go this past weekend, but a possible COVID scare kind of like pushed those plans to the side. Where I still want to go.
Oh no, then you let me know, man. If you go see it, let me know, because I'm dying to hear how dying. Sorry, I need to know. See, I did it funny. But let's see how this movie does. I will love to hear from you, Willie, about this. Now, there's big Marvel news, Willie, which I want to bring up, and it's about Doctor Strange 2. Rumored Fantastic Four cameo reportedly involves John Krasinski. I can never say his last name, but John. Yes. So, Willie, is this, can you imagine, because it's been a long rumor about John being Mr. Fantastic himself and showing up in this movie as a cameo, for a direct cameo for this movie to come out, actually, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, what are your thoughts, dude, that the fact that this could be an actual possibility already, that we have John as Mr. Fantastic and all this is going to be happening?
Well, John Krasinski has been a fan favorite to be Reed Richards, with his wife Emily Blunt being Susan. Mm-hmm. But this is just in the rumor pile. So yes, I'm going to say it, Mephisto. But there is word that he's already filmed his scenes, according to the Illuminati. Great name, by the way.
Nice.
He's already filmed his scenes for Multiverse of Madness, and he's supposed to be a variant. So maybe not the canon MCU Reed Richards, just a variant. Who knows? I still keep hearing a thing about how Tom Cruise is going to show up as alternate universe Iron Man.
Dude, I'm
as a nod to the fact that he was supposed to be the original Iron Man originally.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not gonna shy away from that either. That they're gonna do all these variants over our heroes. I can't wait. Like
Now,
if it goes down that way, I'm so ready.
another rumor that's popping up is that he's coming out because they're going to do a version of the Illuminati.
That'll be dope.
For those who don't know, the Illuminati were a group of heroes in Marvel Comics
Yeah.
that was supposed to be like the Grand Council that tried to handle the high level shit regarding threats to Earth and things like that. The original Illuminati included Doctor Strange and Reed Richards, but messily so, it also included Iron Man, who's no longer with us. Spoiler alert. And Black Panther, whose future's in flux because Chadwick Boseman passed away. Spoiler alert. It also included Namor, which they said is a possible person that will come up in Black Panther 2. Black Bolt from the Inhumans, and the less we talk about that TV series, the better. And the yet to be established Charles Xavier. Will they do the original Illuminati? Maybe not.
But it's still something there, though. I mean, it's still a possibility. Just nothing is concrete right now. Right now, we're just talking about a rumor about John being in this movie right now.
Here's one thing that's absolutely not a rumor, and I think you can back me up on this one.
Go ahead.
That Benedict Cumberbatch is going to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, Willie, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yes.
And today, being that it's Monday, you just broke me because of that shit. Thanks.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all it took?
Yeah, it's Monday. Really? Does it take a lot to push somebody? Come on.
Like, seriously, that's all it took.
Yeah, because it's just you, Willie. It's just you.
I mean, I'm guessing. I'm reasonably sure he's going to be there. And not only is Benedict Cumberbatch going to be there, but I also have it on good authority that Benedict Cumberbatch is also going to be in there. See, there's going to be two of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, just like, comment, subscribe for our nonsense, because why not? I mean,
this is not nonsense. Listen, this is reporting. This is quality journalism. No, we're not going that far. I'm just saying, I saw the trailer, and it all signs point to that Benedict Cumberbatch is in fact going to be in the movie.
Twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Willie, you know what? Thank you.
You know who they really have to have in there?
Who?
They need to have Benedict Wong in there. I think he'd be great for the movie.
What? I hate you so much, Willie, right now. Thank you.
Oh, whatever. You are no fun.
No, I'm not. It's Monday, and it's Monday.
Listen, I'm trying to make a fun situation out of a horrible day.
Really? So adding double Benedict Cumberbatch and adding one to this, knowing that it might happen.
That it might happen. So okay,
Yeah.
You see, you're leaning into it. Good.
Okay. You know what, guys? Thank you so much for joining us today. Again, like, comment, subscribe if you can. You know what? Just because you heard everything just happened, please like, comment, subscribe. just join us.
You're no fun whatsoever.
Oh God, yeah. Well, yeah. You're fun. You're hilariously fun. I'm no fun. Today's Monday. That's all I gotta say.
It was Monday for me too, you prick.
I mean, I'm just thinking about myself right now. Can we just focus on me?
No. I can't do that.
Why?
Because I'm not your wife.
I don't want. You know what? Pineapples, Willie. We gotta finish. All right. Okay.
Bye.
This is not happening.
Bye.
Bye.
You don't gotta stay here. Bye.
Peace, everybody.